Hey everyone, it's Green-Eyed Guide. Daylight saving, much like the Electoral College, was a good idea at one point and is now an agent of chaos. If you are struggling with daylight saving, as I am, here are 3 things you can do this week, in addition to drinking your caffeine, to help you get through it. Ready? Let's go. Welcome to the Caffeine at Midnight podcast, a short, no BS, science-based podcast for people who drink caffeine and work beyond the 9 to 5. I'm your host, Danielle Robertson Rath, also known as Green-Eyed Guide. I research caffeine, energy drinks, and fatigue in the workplace. I'm the author of Are You a Monster or a Rock Star? A Guide to Energy Drinks, and How to Get Shit Done When You Feel Like Shit. Oh, by the way, I kind of like the S word, sorry. You can learn more about me, what I do, my books, my educational background, all that good stuff at greeneyedguide.com. For now, grab your favorite caffeinated beverage and your favorite note-taking app, and let's do this. Apologies in advance if you hear the sounds of my bulldog or my baby in the background. I don't have a lot of time or a lot of fancy podcast equipment. What I do have is a lot of passion, and the Anchor app allows me to share that passion with you, dear listeners. If you are considering your own podcast, I highly recommend using Anchor. It's completely free. You can record, edit, and publish right from your phone, and Anchor distributes to Spotify, Stitcher, Apple, and all the other podcasts. You can download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Okay, before we get started, here's a nice little reminder. If you are under the age of 18, it is recommended you do not consume more than 100 milligrams of caffeine per day, which is about the amount of caffeine in a standard cup of coffee. I will spare you my rant about how there is no such thing as a quote-unquote standard cup of coffee because we don't have time for that. But suffice to say, if you're under 18, 100 milligrams is the amount you should try not to go over. If you're over 18, then 400 milligrams or 4 cups of coffee is your limit. Again, I strongly urge that you look up the amount of caffeine in the thing you're about to consume, whether it's a food or a coffee or an energy drink or whatever. Some food labels or some drink labels have the amount of caffeine right there on the label. If you can't find it, I recommend going to caffeineinformer.com and looking up the amount there because they have a huge database. Again, try not to go over 400 milligrams of caffeine per day if you're a healthy adult. Okay, so here you go. The 3 things you can do to help you survive this week of daylight saving. Number 1, stop. Stop what you're doing. Just stop and focus on the very next step. With every hour of sleep people lose, their risk of injury or accident goes up by 10%. And for every decrease in sleep quality, which is a little harder to measure, people become more accident prone. With daylight savings, you're probably not getting the same quality or quantity of sleep you should because your schedule feels off, your body feels off. So you're more likely to make a mistake, more likely to get injured. So what you can do is stop multitasking this week. Do not, I repeat, do not pick up a new project or do not cave in to the temptation to, start decorating for Christmas. I know we just got through with Halloween and people are taking out all their decor and they're building their holiday shopping list. Just stop. Just focus on what you need to do right now in this moment and the very next step. Just focus on that one thing and please be safe. So that's thing number 1. Thing number 2, do something nice for someone, whether it's someone you're related to or a friend or a complete stranger. There is actually a cascade of reactions in your brain because of neurotransmitters when you do something nice for someone. Now, I'm going to do the Slytherin thing, which is tell you about something nice that I did, ergo making something nice I did for someone else all about me. But I kind of need to do that in order to make this example work. So today I donated blood. And let me tell you, the energy that I got from doing that nice thing really helped me get through the day. I opened an energy drink with a lot of caffeine. I don't even want to tell you how much. It was a lot of caffeine, more than my usual. I didn't even drink the whole thing. I barely got through half because I was so energized by my altruistic action of donating blood. It was great. So that's what you can do. Thing number 2 is do something nice and then bask in the glory of how good that feels that you did something nice, whether you share it or just keep it to yourself. Do something nice. The third thing you can do is set a short-term goal. So when you feel like you're about to get a reward, your brain fires another neurotransmitter called dopamine. Caffeine increases dopamine signaling, which is why we feel so alert and why we feel so happy when we have caffeine. But you can do this even without caffeine. Let's say, okay, if I make it to Wednesday without having a tantrum when my toddler is having a tantrum, or without yelling at my kids, or without beating my steering wheel out of frustration, then I'm going to get myself a nice stack of new Post-it notes. I know, I'm such a nerd, but you guys, I love Post-it notes. They help me stay organized. It's great. So if I can make it to Wednesday without going crazy, without losing my temper, I'm going to buy myself a nice stack of colorful, creatively shaped new Post-it notes. That's going to be my reward. And the closer I get to that reward, the more dopamine my brain is going to fire. And that's going to help me get through the week. Even if my caffeine is failing me, if my caffeine is not helping me stay cool and calm and collected. So that's what you can do. Set a short-term goal and use that goal to help you get through those moments of frustration when you're feeling overwhelmed and sleep deprived. So there you go. I hope that helps. Good luck this week, everyone. Let's just get through it. Let's just get through it. Okay. Thanks for listening. Yeah, I almost forgot. P.S. If you want to learn more about these neurotransmitters and all of these other ways that you can wake up or feel more alert or feel more energized or feel more focused without caffeine, then please go pick up a copy of my new book, How to Get Shit Done When You Feel Like Shit. The curse word there, SHIT, is actually spelled with an asterisk for an I. So try and use that when you're searching for it, but it's on Amazon and it will help you do a bunch of other things I don't have time to mention here to help you feel more focused and energized and alert with or without caffeine. So again, to learn more about some of the neurotransmitters I talked about today, as well as some of the things I didn't talk about today, please pick up a copy of my new book, How to Get Shit Done When You Feel Like Shit. Okay, that's it. Thanks. I hope this was helpful. If you enjoyed today's episode, I would really appreciate it if you shared it with at least one person. Word of mouth works great. You can also take a screenshot or share the link on any social media channel you like best. Just remember to tag me at Green Eyed Guide. You'll also find a lot more information about me, what I do, and some freebies at greeneyedguide.com/freebies. Take care. Bye-bye.